Welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of Octopath Traveler. I'm your host, Mr. Gazillion, and in the last episode we explored Atlasdam. Atlasdam? God, one day I'll figure it out. And, well, we know that there's this guy over here that we can talk to and start his chapter, so let's get started. Yes, I think I know now who stole that tome. Perhaps I should go have a little chat with him, just to make sure we all understand one another. His name is Cyrus, and he is a scholar. This is Atlasdam, nestled in the fertile plains of the Flatlands. It is home to the Royal Academy, where many a scholar studies night and day to bring the light of knowledge to the royal family and to all the realm. He passes his days in the halls of the great library, devouring tomes to his heart's content. Alright. It is in that library where he learns of a grievous theft. Certain that one of his fellow scholars is the culprit, Cyrus sets out alone to confront the man. In his shadowy subterranean study, he will need wise allies on the path he has chosen. No one's wiser than us. Okay, it takes Cyrus a long travel to other areas, may be restricted until you complete certain tasks. Of course, we'll start his little chapter here to tell from the beginning. Of course, last time we said no by accident, and then you can't kind of do it again. So, what kind of voice does he have?
And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago.
It's actually Atlasdam. Okay, well, we'll remember that.
Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Therese?
I think it was...
Now, no need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn. The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see. I believe it was Hornburg?
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family, said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
8 clans, Octopath, 8 heroes. I wonder if it's related.
Correct you are, Your Highness. It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe. Oh, but look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
And why is he yelling? There's only two students in his class.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Hello?
Ah, Professor Albright. Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today's your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the special archives.
Splendid!
Splendid. Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. I'm totally sure how to do his voice. He has like a soft voice with an accent. Make for the library, and we can't quite... Oh wait, no, that's not a person I can talk to. What's his special ability? Doesn't seem to have one just yet.
His Majesty possesses a unique understanding of the scholarly pursuits.
He says the same thing as the last time we spoke to him.
You.
Yes, we also spoke to him. So I guess he doesn't have... What kind of equipment does he use? He uses a staff. That's kind of cool. He has what kind of skills? Fireball. Oh, nice. He's actually a mage, so I'm actually happy about that. I thought he was going to be like an alchemist. I don't like item-using characters. I prefer a mage. So he's going to be a good character to have in our party then. Pretty happy about that.
Oh,
That's not the staircase we came down from. Professor...
Professor Albright.
Oh, thanks heaven you're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter is,
If you can spare the time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course!
Your Highness, it would be my pleasure to answer anything. After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
indeed,
Yes, Professor. It will not take long. I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
A very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear that nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. I see. A shame that.
The truth is...
I do, however, have a theory of my own. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that...
oh,
Oh, poor little Mary. I think it's Mary. Let us continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
With pleasure.
No need for apologies, and it would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind.
I thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of our past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness, as I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright. I am proud to be your student.
Ah,
Oh dear, I'm running late.
good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor.
Ah, Therese.
Oh, hello there, Therese.
Yes? Do you have a question for me?
Did you have a question for me as well?
No.
I mean, no, good day, Professor. Uh-oh. What's wrong with her? She must have hit her head pretty hard. La-di-da.
Hello.
The palace gate lies just to the north. To the east, you'll find the Royal Academy, where the realm's most promising thinkers receive their education.
I know. I'm Professor Albright. Oh well, we are just level 1. Alright, let's save. Because reasons. Yeah, we'll save right here, why not? 6 hours? Holy crap, this game is flying by.
Hello?
Hello, just south of here lies the castle town. It's a lively place.
Sure sounds like it.
Russell just isn't cut out for that sort of work. Whatever was he, huh? Moving along now.
Now we'll go here. I think this is where we need to actually go. There you go. I was correct.
It's me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright here to browse the special archives. Oh, Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that an original copy of the Church of the Flame, a complete history, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
With pleasure, to my biggest fan, Mercedes. Is there something amiss?
Actually,
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy, your writing sucks. I mean, when you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. When you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy, I am titillated by the prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
Right. The expression on your face says it all. Just let me go, please. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
My dear, I most certainly will.
We
How
here.
odd, the tome is nowhere to be found. Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting dilemma.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
The headmaster would see you at once. Of all the times to... Oh, well. Might I ask of you a favor? What might that be?
The truth is...
The tome I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I see.
Missing, huh? I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks.
My dear.
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter.
Ivan doesn't sound too friendly.
My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure. It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing! That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone.
But that goes against everything.
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The Headmaster sees knowledge as a medal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone. Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go. Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the special archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
Enter.
Excuse me.
What's the matter?
Yes, what is it, Therese?
It's about Professor Albright, sir. Is she going to be a traitor of some sort?
Hello there.
The Royal Academy, Atlasdam's pride and joy.
Sure is rain.
All are welcome to engage in the pursuit of knowledge here. Yes, we knew that. Alright, so... I mean, clearly the library's closing today. And, something's gonna happen. We'll get ambushed somehow. I don't really have much here. My inventory's not great. I don't have a lot of stuff equipped. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble, I think. I think this is gonna be maybe a tougher chapter since we're kind of weak.
Can I help you?
Ah, Professor Albright.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the tome?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is the most unfortunate. One might conclude that it has been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books from these archives is strictly forbidden. And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted to only a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown of the king's head. Off of the king's head.
Aho!
An impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Would you not agree? If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were.
Indeed!
You could say that. Indeed, a habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
I'll not deny it. Worry not, the tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Right, thanks. Best of luck in your search.
Time to do some
And the
research.
game is afoot. Where do we start? Now, where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might a fellow scholar. Then mayhaps I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. So utilize each character's unique to overcome any obstacle, pressing Y, blah blah blah. Cyrus can scrutinize and glean new knowledge from the townspeople. Perfect. So let's scrutinize people. Well, there's a scholar, but let's talk to her first. Let's see now. Testimony. Only Headmaster Yvonne and the guard station outside would have a key to the library archives. Okay. Most intriguing. So we got that one. Can we talk to her still?
Are you alright?
Oh, no. What if we just talk to him?
Oh, Cyrus, I'll trust you not to interrupt my research.
Well, I do have a question for you. Let's see now. The testimony, the key to the archives. Oh, I haven't got that, but I'm not surprised someone stole a tome, considering what they're worth. I've gambling debts myself, so I understand the temptation.
So we've got a motive.
Most intriguing. So, he knows the value of tomes and is burdened with debt to boot, yes. So, sir,
Russell just isn't out for blah 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 blah.
may I ask you a few questions? So, testimony, of course I've got a key to the archives, and no, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my eyes is all, but even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool would bother stealing a worthless tome anyway? Most intriguing. So we've got that. He has a key, yet he knows little of the true value of the book's true value. So we only have one more person, and that would be the headmaster. Something tells me he won't cooperate with us. What about you? And born and raised in Atlasdam, this old widow now visits this place every day in memory of her late husband. Even after she passes, she wishes to be by her husband's side, just like the relief of the king and queen in the Academy's library. Information gleaned, a hidden item. Most intriguing. What does that mean? A new treasure is available somewhere. What am I supposed to do with that information? If I go here... No. New treasures available somewhere? What the heck does that mean? Does that mean I can open a treasure or something? Or there's a treasure that's been like, that's spawned? Like the fact that we can actually get this information from people. What about just regular guard, just for the fun of it? I just want to go back to talk to the guard at the top and... Oh! That must be the new treasure. We found a plum, a medium one. Nice. Oh, something tells me we'll be coming here soon. Alright, well let's talk to more guards. This guy might not have much to say for us, but let's do it anyway. Once in charge of protecting the king, this guard suffered a serious leg injury and was since transferred to a calmer post inside the grounds. Though the injury healed long ago, he hasn't mentioned it to anyone and enjoys the serenity of his new post. So, a new item, oh, right here. We found a light soul stone. If this person has anything to share. No item or individual that passes through the palace gates escapes his guard's notice. Rumor has it, however, that his dedication is not rooted in any sort of loyalty, but it is rather born of the desire to perpetuate and protect his own unscrupulous business of selling trinkets to collectors of royal mementos. Oh, so he might be somebody worth... Oh, there's a new item. Let's go get it right away. Wait, we can run, right? Why would I not run? So we definitely need to go to here, but I would like to go back to the palace. Odds and ends. What would that be? Odds and ends. Fetches a modest price. Well, considering it was free, I'm glad we have it. I don't know if it'll actually be worth anything. Oftentimes when we get those, or at least when we bought them for like 10 bucks, they ended up being pretty worthless. Let's scrutinize. The eldest son in the family that has served the king for generations, he takes pride in his job as a guard and would risk his life to protect the king and his palace. This loyalty has earned him the king's utmost trust. So a new hidden treasure has appeared. Oh, here it is. A healing grape. Nice. I kind of like this thing. This ability is interesting. What do you want? I don't have anything here for you, honestly. Oh, really? What if I scrutinize you? A young boy who sneaks into the palace to steal valuables. He sells his spoils to provide a life for himself and has yet to be caught. In actuality, the queen has already noticed but has turned a blind eye to his actions. Alright, so, oh, well, here it is. That one wasn't very far. We got a buckler. Can we equip it for our good friend Cyrus? Yes, we can. Good, actually, because he had none. That is a huge upgrade considering he had nothing. No one here. Born in the slums and the coastlands, this guard was recognized for his skills and now protects the throne room. Despite holding the same position, he is ridiculed by the other guards simply by his origins, causing tension between the two. Yay, we got another new hidden object somewhere. And this one, let's see now. The son of a prominent family in Atlasdam and one of the guards responsible for protecting the throne room. Rather than earning his post, however, it was granted to him as he has no merits of his own. And another hidden treasure. Nothing shining here. Something tells me it might be in this room. One of them was anyway. And we got Olive of Life. That sounds delicious. And on this side we'll have... in here? Yes, 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 yes. But nobody else. A small cup, probably worth something. Yes, considering by the icon, I can tell it is worth something. Alright, let's try and get to the Royal Academy and see if we can complete his little introduction in one episode. Run, run, run. Oops. I'll save, just, you know, what if there's like some sort of boss fight, or any kind of battle, really. Going to talk to here, let's not interrupt the class. No need to. Going to talk to here. I don't think this is where the headmaster is, though if I could find one person to talk to, that'd be nice. Nope, nobody. Let's knock. Let's inquire.
What is it this time, Cyrus?
Can I, ask you? Let's see now. Testimony. You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and what would never be so foolish as to... And that I would never be so foolish as to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I have no reason to peruse those tomes in quite some time. But we know of his situation. So he has a key, it's true, but the dust gathered upon it suggests he has not used it lately.
Splendid!
I need to solve the case. Really? Who possesses keys to the archives? The headmaster and the guard? Russell and the librarian. No, it's the headmaster and the guard.
But of course!
It all makes sense now. There are only 2 keys to the archives, one belonging to the headmaster and one to the guardsman. Whose key was used to unlock the archives? Well, the guards, because the headmaster's was dusty. The headmaster's key is safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives today. On the other hand, the guard has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping while on active duty. It would be all too easy to a task to lift the key off of his person. Exactly, so I was going to say. So it is possible that the guard is our man. So is it? Yes, it is possible, but I doubt it. I mean, we don't have enough.
No.
No, he would have no motive. The culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. And most likely one who has accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... Wrestle.
Yes.
Indubitably, that shifty scholar Russell. Yes, I dare say my logic is foolproof.
Shall we begin?
Now, all that remains is to find our man and make him confess to the crime. Let's do it. Word has it he's been doing his research underground these days. Well, I knew we'd be going there soon.
Now then.
I think it's time I did some field work of my own. And so I've taken it upon myself to investigate this suspicious scholar. Interested in coming along, are you? It seems you have quite the curious streak yourself. But of course, mysteries exist only to be solved. After all, it is of utmost importance to remember that. Ah, but there I go again. Don't let me talk your ear off, but I will be glad for your help. Let's get right to business then. No doubt we'll find Russell in his laboratory down below. Cyrus has joined the party. And we'll save here. And he's only level 1, so he's going to need to gain quite a few levels. And do we have anything we can actually give him as equipment? Better staff maybe? No. Better... Oh, well, I do have a... Equip. Why? Elusive on hand. I have 1 on hand. Does that mean I'm taking it off of him? Let's just put it on, see what happens. No, I can't. Ah, there you go. I had 1 extra of these. I don't have one. I have 1. Okay, well, we'll have to find him something else. And we have nothing else to give him here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. So we could probably find some black attire for him as well. It would increase a few of his things. Ooh, but I probably have some accessories, right? Simulating some max SP. Nice. And of course, that's the only one we have for him for now. But you know what? We will save here. Yes, I just saved already, but I did do a few changes. But yeah, we'll save here. We'll end the episode. In the next episode, I will try and upgrade Cyrus of some of a few items there, just to give him some extra oomph. And then we'll go in the underground laboratory and stop Russell from, I don't know, selling the tome. Who knows who he might sell it to. So as always, I'm your host, Mr. Gazillion. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Let me know what you think of Octopath Traveler, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.